So President Trump meeting with Senate Republicans today in the hopes of turning no's into yes votes. This is one key senator. Steve Daines says he can't vote for the bill in its current form. Senator Daines from Montana joins us now. Sir, we're very happy to have you here. First and foremost, let me just get a quick comment from you on that missile launch out of North Korea. Americans on edge. The president saying nothing has changed, that he will protect us in essence. What's your take?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a day to be thankful that we have President Trump in the White House. President Trump believes in that Ronald Reagan doctrine of peace through strength. I was on the North Korean border in September, met with General Brooks, our four-star in charge of the unified forces there. I'm grateful that we have a president that understands you can't just sit back and do nothing like we saw happen with the prior administration. North Korea responds to strength. They're a bully. And President Trump has made it very clear that he's not going to stand back and let this just unfold. He's going to do something about it. I'm grateful for his leadership. That's why you saw, despite a ICBM launch from the North Koreans today, you still saw the equity markets over 260 points today on the Dow. That just shows the confidence the American people have in this president in terms of securing our nation, as well as ensuring we have good domestic policy going forward.
It may also show the pressure on you to vote yes, sir, because a lot of those numbers, what's baked into that market is the idea that tax reform is on the way and tax cuts. Where do you stand right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me say this. I've had excellent discussions. I spoke with the president. He called me from Air Force One this weekend. I spoke with Vice President Pence, with Gary Cohen, with Secretary Mnuchin. And then today's lunch was excellent as we're talking about what we can do, a few things here to get the bill better before we pass it in the United States Senate. So I worked with the committee today. I met with Leader McConnell, with John Cornyn, with the Senate Finance Committee. My issue is ensuring that Main Street businesses are treated fairly in this tax bill. You know, you look at where the primary economic growth occurs in this country, 55% of the private sector jobs come from Main Street businesses versus large corporations. So this is about ensuring that our pass-throughs, these Main Street businesses, get treated more fairly in this tax bill. We're getting very, very close.
You say you're getting close, but earlier today you said you spoke with Senator Cornyn. I heard him in an interview saying that what you were looking for was a tax cut on that last top 2% on the business pass-through, that they were willing to lower taxes for everyone else, but for that top 2% of small businesses, they didn't want to meet you on that turf because those people were just making too much money. Did you have a separate conversation with Senator Cornyn that was more constructive than that response we heard on TV?
Yeah, no, we're looking at taking the call this overall is this discount. It's at 17.4% today. I'd like to see that move to 20%. That would apply to all pass-through businesses, or what we call Main Street businesses. These are the businesses that don't have a president on Wall Street. I tell you what, I think we made a lot of progress today, and I'm optimistic that we're going to see a good outcome there.
Is a good outcome? Do you have to have that 20%? Is there something in the middle? I mean, when you say that you made a lot of progress, does that mean that you feel like they're going to come to your side of the table?
I do. You know, it was a one-hour discussion today, a good back-and-forth discussion. I felt very much that the issues that I presented on behalf of Main Street businesses were heard, they were listened to, and I'm optimistic. I mean, you look at what's going on right now in our country with the equity markets. We need to get a tax cut bill passed on the president's desk. I'm confident we're going to get there.
The president, real quick, described it as a love fest. Do you see 50 votes out there today? Who do you think is still hanging around with a no?
Well, you know, you always never know about the United States Senate, but I truly think momentum is going in that direction. Obviously, the margins are thin, but it was a very good meeting with the president today. I would characterize it as constructive. There was a lot of questions and answers, a lot of back-and-forth dialogue with the president, and I think the momentum is building here. But I'll tell you what, we are called a deliberative body for a reason. It's to continue to work to make a bill even better, and that's my goal, fighting on behalf of Main Street businesses.
What was Senator McCain's body language like? That's someone everyone's worried about. Did he look like he was a yes? What was your read?
Yeah, you know, I honestly, I wasn't. There were you know, 50-some senators in that room. I can't tell you what Senator McCain's body language was. I can tell you this: the president was warmly and enthusiastically received during that hour-long dialogue I had with him.
All right. No pressure. Market's watching you, your every single move. Sir, thank you so much. Will you come back and tell us more about the progress? Because our viewers really care.
We will keep you posted. I left the private sector after 28 years for moments like this to take more money from Washington, D.C. and put it back in the pockets of hardworking Americans. We've got to get this done. Better's possible. Stay tuned.